What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as XRP to US dollar. We're also going to be looking at DueDEX as well as the current coin market cap. Specifically in today's episode, again, I would like to focus on sideways trading, zero volume, slow movement, and slow growth, and what that could ultimately cause. Specifically sightings of big bullish movements as well as big bearish movements, but in all retrospect, big injections of volume into the market, as we're starting to see a lot of these cryptocurrencies are losing that volume, and we're starting to get an understanding of uncertainty here as the coin now has to figure out which direction it wants to break to. As it slows down, there does lead to be big injections of volume. So as we pay attention in today's video, we will be figuring out exactly what is going to be happening very soon. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, follow me on Twitter at CryptoVOfficial. This way, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can just DM me over there. It doesn't matter what it's about, cryptocurrency, stock market, whatever is on your mind, just DM me over there. Otherwise, let's jump into today's episode. So guys, before we jump into today's video, I do have a couple announcements to make. The first one is huge shout out to everybody subscribing and supporting the channel. As you guys can clearly see, we are at 15.9k subscribers. This is absolutely incredible. I also have a few announcements. The only one that I can now remember is that I am in the process. I do know, and I have been getting a lot of feedback on my my Twitter. A lot of you guys have been asking me some very beginner questions, which is totally fine, as well as some thoughts and needings of help in regards to how to buy from an exchange, how to sell from an exchange, what patterns should I look for, some very beginner things, which is not a problem. So I mean, I've been thinking, gathering information, trying to figure out a plan of action as to what I can do, and I think I've finally come up with it. I think I'm going to be creating some other course that basically almost like a handbook, but in video form, where I have a just fully directed, all my attention is directed to a beginner course that is geared towards helping you guys better understand the market. Because as I know, a lot of these videos that I do pump out day to day on the YouTube channel as well as my Patreon are more advanced in regards to, you already have to know the basics in order to follow through with this. So anybody just getting into cryptocurrency looking at one of my videos is going to be so lost. So I'm going to be creating at some point a beginner course that I will be putting up online very soon. Also, I will be doing another $200 Bitcoin giveaway very soon, so definitely make sure to stick around for that. There's going to be some very huge things coming to the channel. Otherwise, let's just jump into today's video. As you guys can clearly see, current coin market cap is doing fairly well. Once again, though, there is some stagnant trading, some sideways movement, some very little volume as we're starting to, experience. And this ultimately does lead to a few things. So I know you guys hear it from me all the time, but I thought I'd pull up an article that kind of explains exactly what I'm referencing. So on Bitcoin.com, which I could imagine sells for a lot of money, or news.bitcoin.com, we have, while markets move sideways, crypto whale sightings increase. This is very true. Cryptocurrency markets have been moving sideways during the last few weeks. Digital currency proponents have been observing large Bitcoin whale movements. Transactions with tens of thousands of Bitcoin have been noticed on the move from one wallet to another. On Friday, one colossal Bitcoin holder moved over 50,000 Bitcoin and cycled the funds through multiple addresses. So Bitcoin whale sightings are something that I do consider, and it's not just Bitcoin. There's obviously all other cryptocurrencies, exactly like Ethereum and XRP and some other major cryptocurrencies. But ultimately, what I wanted to show you is obviously in times like this, any cryptocurrency, when it's flatlined out, trading sideways, no movement, usually ends in a very, I don't want to say violent, but aggressive explosion in regards to whale movements. We start to see major injections of volume. And as we know, just because volume is up does not necessarily mean money is moving in to exchanges and to the coins. It could also mean money is moving out from exchanges and from coins in regards to volume. So we have to look at different sightings to figure out which direction specifically these coins are going to break to. As you guys know, we have been preparing on the channel for a very long time in reference to these big moves. We've been obviously signed up for DueDEX. I have my Patreon that is ready. My Patreon basically talks about all the different stuff under the sun. It talks about all the different specific tiers you can trade with. You can see I'm pulling up Patreon right now, and it's very simple to find it too. I do have a link in my description, but it's as simple as if you wanted to just search in Crypto TV and I pop up right there. Basically, I'm offering tiers in regards to the Bitcoin traders. If you're interested in Bitcoin, interested in XRP, we have the gold trader, which is multiple cryptocurrencies, as well as the lounger tier and the platinum tier. So these are all different tiers to help you gauge your interest in learning my specific trades, my specific opinions on whether or not the markets are going to be moving, going to be dropping, how I leverage trade, how I short, how I create stop losses, market orders, limit orders, use the risk management tools to take profit and create stop losses. There's a ton of information there. It does help support the channel, so do check it out in the description down below. As well as, while you're at it, definitely make sure to sign up to DueDEX. It is a totally free website. It's just the exchange that we use. So if you're interested in XRP, and I will be, or sorry, in Bitcoin, XRP and Ethereum, and being able to short cryptocurrency, which is huge, definitely make sure to check out the description and subscribe or sign up to DueDEX. It's totally free, and I believe they do offer up to $70 in sign-up bonus if you do start to use the exchange. So it's pretty freaking awesome. But ultimately, you want to be prepared and have all these tools available for you for when the big break does decide to go in these cryptocurrencies, you guys will be prepared and ready to capitalize off the gains. So Ethereum, as we can clearly tell, is trading flatlined out. The price has really not moved anywhere above or below, I'd say, $241 in a very long time, over a week. What does this mean? Well, that means now that, DueDEX allows an Ethereum pair, right here we have Ethereum USDT, we can very easily short Ethereum and make money now off of this coin breaking bearish. It's huge. It's a great opportunity. And you also have to consider a couple other things. Personally, you can use DueDEX for Bitcoin. You can use it for Ethereum, USDT. I believe they will be adding XRP soon, which will be absolutely incredible. But for the most part, we just have to look at the facts. The fact is we are trading completely flatlined now on the relative strength indicator for Bitcoin. We are seeing a bearish cross as well as being flatlined on the MACD for Bitcoin. We are trading sideways in price for Bitcoin. We are above the middle moving average for Bitcoin. On the weekly chart for Bitcoin, we are at a high of a 3-month bull market, which is ultimately going to probably end in a correction to the downside from D to E, experiencing a pull all the way down to $7,700 and then potentially even farther all the way down to $6,000. These are both two milestones that this coin is most definitely going to hit in the next couple of days. And I think it's going to happen very quick and very rapid. So you guys really do have to be paying attention to these videos. The last thing I want to point out is all the other cryptocurrencies that add to this. When you look at XRP, flatlined in regards to price. It is battling its middle moving average. So unlike Bitcoin, which is above its moving average, which there's a very high chance it's going to correct back down to this level, XRP is getting rejected from its middle moving average. It is completely flatlined out. Volume is practically gone. We can pull up the volume chart. UME, boom. Where the hell did the volume go? Do I have like caps lock on? No. Whoa, what am I doing? So volume is completely gone. You can see this right now. Cryptocurrency. I don't know why volume. I can't find it. That's very odd. I have it on the other coins. Maybe it's on here. I don't know. But you can see I do have the volume on this VOL20. I don't know why it doesn't pull up on XRP VOL20. Bitcoin historical volatility index VOLUME. That's so weird, but okay. See, I don't need this. This is like irrelevant. It's probably going to change now, everything that I just did. But yeah, right here. So you can see that we're pretty much flatlined out, trading sideways, hitting resistance of the middle moving average. Not only that, but you also see we are completely flatlined out on the relative strength indicator. We are pretty much flatlined out on the MACD. There's a ton of bearish signals that are showing something big is going to happen. I'm mostly bearish and I am bullish, but there are huge opportunities at stake here. Ethereum flatlined out here. Middle moving average is lower than the price, but there's a good chance it's going to correct back down to it. The relative strength indicator is slowly consolidating downwards. We're expecting to see a bearish cross on the MACD. Litecoin is trading sideways, getting rejected from its middle moving average, currently trading at 50 on the RSI, starting to see a bearish cross on the MACD. Tons of indicators of bullish movement into the market. So ultimately, when you add all of these up, I am about 70% bearish and 30% bullish moving into the future. Long term, I am extremely bearish moving into the future, but that doesn't necessarily mean you have to lose money in movements like this. With the opportunity of DueDEX to allow us to actually short money like this opens up some massive doors and opens up some big, things for us as we move further into the future. So definitely keep an eye out. As you can clearly see the Bitcoin chart on DueDEX, we're hitting our third rejection right now, our third resistance from our downtrend, and there's a very, very, very high chance we are going to topple over and correct to the downside. Definitely make sure to capitalize off these gains, guys. Huge shout out to everyone supporting the channel. Make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, follow me on Twitter, CryptoVOfficial, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.